We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Four down.
Here we go. 180! 21.
The former Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Flag! Here we go. 180! Yes!
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Hot.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 180! I'll send you. Here we go. Hurry up! Hey, go!
Sponge! No!
Say hut!
Now Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
There we go,
and a big 32-yard play on 3rd. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous
21.
that they're using to their advantage now.
Here we go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gould now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
We go, Salat! Black 20!
On 1st and 10, Gall. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Blitz!
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good
Here we go,
start.
fellas, here we go,
One
here we go.
play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're
All right.
that high-powered,
Come on
you
now.
got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one
Yeah,
out.
already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And that was a good run. This is only one of 9 guys with over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
4 down, check!
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it?
Here we go, fellas, here we go,
because
here we go.
on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff in established game, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Maverick Walsh.
Turns and gets to Gurley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That's it!
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening
Super
drive,
one,
establish
Super
the ground
one.
game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me to do.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Sliding out of the pocket. And Matthews has it right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
4 down, check.
Now it's Breida. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Hey, we got tight left, tight ends left. Hey, four down.
Sit hot.
Now
Mike 50,
flags
Mike
will
50.
come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
180.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey,
Sit hot.
four down.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that
Here we
Oh,
didn't
go.
happen.
Black 80. Sit hot. Sit hot.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons
I
you
got
like
you,
to
I got
blitz
you.
even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking
21.
assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's Coleman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
11.
Man left.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles
We got
Davis
four.
with you. It's
We
the
got four.
49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
Watch tight end. Tight.
11. 180.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And it's up and good.
Touchdown, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! We started. Woo!
Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Eluding the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Good job.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here we go. Here
And
we
some
go.
hot water now
Super.
after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Check 48.
Maverick.
Out of the gun. Gone. Over the middle, complete. That's Reynolds. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point.
Marlin,
But how about the
Marlin.
read, okay?
Yes,
the
sir.
eyes
Yes,
of that
sir.
play,
Yes, sir.
stepping out in the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
All right. Come on out.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
On the draw, off to early. And they go go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Nowhere, taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Here we go, fellas, here we go.
Here we go. Tight right.
Tiger, tiger.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Hey, 5. What's that?
Mike 52.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Ball.
Keep the tight end.
14.
Throwing on third. Wrong. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They begin the drive with Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Tight end's right.
180. Black 80.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
65. By 20.
They run with Breida, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Black.
Watch 10. Single.
180. Yes.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards there and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space,
Here we go.
let him
By
use his
20.
leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
12.
Check 59.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. This is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Crash down. 3 down. Double tight.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Let's go.
And his kick is good. Goldnow out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he spots Henderson open left side. He got 29 yards that time. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth.
Here we go.
Right after this.
11.
Single.
On first down, Goff. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's second down. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you direct the opposite hand. Match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
11.
You got three down.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
He only played twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
11.
Strong right.
6. Here we go. 180.
On first down, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Single.
180.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds McKinnon complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
13.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4.
120. 180.
Motion.
Set.
And Garoppolo throwing on second. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football.
Super one,
and he has
super
excellent
one.
hands, as we just saw there.
After the interception, here's Goff. Going up top. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Blitz, they're coming.
Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. Zerline good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way.
11,
I say
11,
go ahead,
11,
take the knee,
11.
get on out for the half.
180! 180!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Eyes on 10.
By 20! 180!
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Black! By 20! By 20!
I smell
Stay hot! Stay hot!
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Here we go, here we go.
Another nice gain, 16 yards
Wait,
there,
wait,
and a 1st down again.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you don't lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
4 down.
Here we go. 180! White, white, white.
He's mine.
Stay hot! Stay hot!
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer.
11,
and likely throwing
11.
again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal
Hey,
here.
boys, we got
By 20! 180! Stay hot! Yes!
And yet again, it's Garoppolo.
You're trash.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this 1st half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
180!
48 Mike. 48 Mike.
Super 1.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Hardball.
They go play action here on first down.
You got tight right there.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch. But still an effective gain, nonetheless.
On the handoff, Hill running right through him. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Eric Armstead able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island. No.
17.
A shotgun snap for goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from them. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hardball.
3rd and long. It's gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
Here we go.
He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking
76.
down at that sheet, you find
76.
people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now it's Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
4 down. Check.
Here's Goff now on second down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Al, look out.
From the gun on third down. Gone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. It's very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
180! 180!
Garoppolo now. Being chased out left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion
11,
for
11,
second
11,
down.
11. Here we go, here we go. 180!
Throwing now is Garoppolo. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
After the sack, they'll come up now
11,
3rd and
11.
long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
120! 180! 11, 11. Set hunt! Yes!
On the run call here, they'll look to throw instead. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of the player is the 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Merlin!
1st and goal, Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They'll try and run with Gurley. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. '49ers offense making its way back out there. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 34.
12, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
13.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Roger. Hey, let's get in them home.
180. 180. Sit hot.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
180. 180. 12.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
I got trips this side.
180. 180.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
120.
Garoppolo again. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
180.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the
11.
difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the
13.
QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and
Here we
forced
go.
that incompletion.
180.
Let's put him on the...
Sit hot.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
Go get him.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front, And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Go.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there.
12.
Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he
Do
goes
it.
and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
That one goes for 24 yards. Goff now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go. 76.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The tackle by Eric Armstead. We talked early on about this defense needing to hold him under 100 yards. He's had a few good runs, but he is under 100, and maybe not coincidentally, they're trailing here in the fourth.
Well, sometimes the best plans actually do get executed, and so far they're on their game.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Maverick.
They'll try to pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, 4 down.
180. 120.
Let's go, Mike. 50.
They'll start on the ground with Breida.
In your face.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Come on. For real.
Yeah, buddy.
That's right.
Here we go. 180.
Wild Bill.
Set hut.
Mike 50. Stay
Set hut.
50's the mic. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long
Time
day.
for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
180.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken. with 1:55 remaining. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Wait. Here we go. 180!
Garoppolo looking to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
You lie, baby. I'm in your head all day, baby.
Twos. 17.
You look to throw.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Flushed out right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Motion. 48's the mic.
They'll look to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Check, 52's the mic.
Merlin. Jester.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Hardball.
Mike, 55.
Goff had a throw. Throwing over the middle, but That's incomplete. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for two. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage.
Here we go.
Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25,
11.
second and 10.
Tight left. We got full.
Black 80! 180! 21.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Maybe part of it is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
We got three down.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in. So for Los Angeles, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.